When we met and we spoke about the project, what struck me most about your brief was it was more dealing with the poetic issues in life rather than the pragmatic. You had a really strong desire to detach from material things and consumerism and explore connection to nature, natural phenomena like light and rain and plants.
For me, the reason why I wanted to do some work was because I needed a place that was more my style, that I can feel at home, and it also reminds me of my beginnings and where I come from. And that was the sort of the initiation of the project, really. I was born in Sri Lanka and I had my upbringing in the tropical island, and it was fairly a spiritual upbringing in a Buddhist context. Having that space and light was important, and also combining some of those natural elements into this sort of one living space was what I was looking for.
I mean, we found that really inspiring as a brief. And it made us think about breaking the house down into the particular elements that make up life and human consciousness. And obviously things like space, light, plants, growth, decay, bringing you closer to those elements and in touch with them was something that we were trying to do through the architecture.
I wasn't quite sure how it was going to be connected at the beginning, I'll be honest with you, and it seems to have come together remarkably well. And it's sort of, you still have that Victorian element to the house, at least parts of the house is very much Victorian, but where it has been extended and where it has been done anew, it has its own new character.
One of the things that was very important to us was to play with the element of serendipity and anticipation and surprise, so that no single experience of living in the house would be the same as another one.
Yeah.
So obviously as things would change during the day, you'd have different experiences as the plants would grow, as the lights change.
I think serendipity is a very good word to describe parts of the experience which you get in the house, and I guess it's quite appropriate given the word is also connected to where I'm from, Sri Lanka, which another name is Serendip, which is the origin of the word serendipity. Each room is quite different in character. Ever since I started living here, I've been enjoying the house in different places, and they tend to be very unique. I remember you saying that one of your objectives was to make sure that I would have trouble picking which room to sleep in. That's actually been the case, because I've actually been sleeping on both rooms from time to time, the two bedrooms, because it's hard to decide, because it's got its advantages and disadvantages, each one of them, and both are fabulous. Yeah, and I think what I found really interesting is that you were able to combine these sort of very different elements, from the artwork to the living wall to the barcodes and all these kind of things and everything else. The way that they combine together in each room and each passageway in the house creates a very singular and unique experience, and that's a testimony to your team, which has been remarkable. The house, my home, is something that I enjoy living in. I love it, actually.